Yes, people. We are back. Lots to discuss. Obviously, Manchester City facing Newcastle, and the most important one, the North London derby, taking place this weekend. So yeah, a lot to discuss. First of all, joined by Manny. How you doing, Manny?
All good, player, all good. And certainly looking forward to this weekend. But unlike a lot of other people, I always enjoy the international break. And in a way, I'm kind of missing it. But, it's back to life, back to reality, as the famous song goes. And yeah, certainly got a mouth-watering weekend coming up. And we'll be alluding to that for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Also got Mason in the back. How you doing, Mason?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. Same old. Can't wait for this weekend. But yeah, just want to shout out Jamaica. I know they're going through a lot at the moment. Big up all my Jamaicans, and yeah, I hope everyone is safe. And yeah,
100%. Burnley vs Chelsea. Ooh. I think for Chelsea that would be a good challenge to face a side that's very, very defensive. But I'd say Chelsea have been playing quite well as long as they can keep up the defensive structure, which is one thing that has let them down a lot this season. Other than that, I think they're a booming side. I think they're a great side. With Esteval and of course signing Delap as well. But is Delap back from injury?
let me have a look. I ain't too sure. I know. So Chelsea fan, I know has been running his mouth about our game against them coming up.
Yeah.
Don't know whether he is back. I presume.
So of course they got a good attack now. Chelsea with Joao Pedro, Alejandro Garnacho as well, who will be one to watch. Honestly, as much as Hanno says,
Delap is due to be in the lineup. He's in the predicted lineup, so I guess he is back. Yeah. Palmer's out.
I don't think Delap's going to be good for Chelsea. I really don't.
And their youngsters out as well.
Esteval's out.
Oh no, that's a different one. Never mind. Wait, is it? Oh, I actually think he is out.
That's big. He did quite well for Brazil. He scored a couple of goals.
No, it's not him. It's someone else. No, my eyes have got the better of me there. My bad. No, he's not out. But he's not in the position.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a good challenge. My prediction 2-1 to Chelsea. Manny?
Should be 3-1, I think, because, look, for all the talk about how Burnley may be a bit too defensive, they are going to find a way to ship a few goals. Maybe not necessarily through their own fault, but it's just that I just don't think they really have enough strength to withstand, a relentless barrage of attacks, as it were. And we all know that even without Esteval and probably without Delap, I think they still have enough, attacking intent and impetus in them to get the better of Burnley. And, you got to feel for Martin Dubravka, pumped for 6 by Germany over the break, which means the Slovakia going into the playoffs. And now he's got to face the Chelsea side, and he has to try to shut them out. And to be fair to him, he has had some great games for the club, but recently he started to feel the strain, I think, and I do feel for him. I think this is going to be a Chelsea win. And we also have to talk about how Chelsea's, the knack that they have for having one of their players getting sent off at least every game or thereabouts. I mean, that could pretty much be their undoing when it comes to trying to play for higher honours. I wouldn't even be surprised if one of their stars gets sent off themselves, those youngsters who are doing quite well. But they're still going to have too much for Burnley. 3-1 to Chelsea.
Mason?
Yeah, Chelsea are looking good. Like, we can't, let's not beat around the bush with it. Normally, I would give Chelsea fans stick, as deservedly so, but they are looking good. And despite Chelsea fan in the comments saying that it's a 1-1 draw, I can't lie, I can't see nothing but a Chelsea victory in this one. I think it's going to be a 3-0. I think they get a clean sheet as well, mate.
Bournemouth vs West Ham. I think Bournemouth will smoke them. Easy for Bournemouth.
Ooh.
Mourinho, they I think I might have to
Yeah, Bournemouth.
West
Bournemouth are one of these teams, isn't it?
Ham have finished.
Where
Even under Nuno,
yeah,
getting themselves back together because they didn't make the signings in the summer, which they should have done. So yeah, no, this game, I'd have to go for a 3-0 Bournemouth win at home as well. So, Mason,
yeah, Bournemouth are one of these teams who've been in the Premier League for time now. They're a fantastic team. To be honest with you, their ground is very close on. You know, it's a small capacity, and let's be real, they're going to beat West Ham, man. I do think West Ham may get maybe a goal some way, but let's be real, Bournemouth are going to absolutely blow them away. So I reckon 3-1 Bournemouth.
100% Manny.
Yeah, look, let's not go completely overboard here. I mean, obviously, I know that Bournemouth are riding the crest of the wave, and West Ham are not exactly where they should be in the eyes of their fans. But I don't know if you will have noticed that ever since Nuno's come in, they've started to look a little bit more solid defensively. But again, that's Nuno for you. And how his team will withstand the attacking threat of Bournemouth will remain to be seen. One thing which also shouldn't be overlooked is that Bournemouth do have a wonderful selection of players and really come into their own during their time at the Vitality. Special mention, of course, to Justin Kluivert, who has been, I keep saying this, guys, this fellow now will have an amazing period in his career where some big club will want to snap him up ASAP. And under Bournemouth, he rejuvenated. He's back in the Netherlands squad. They've also qualified for the World Cup, and he will be going to play in the US if fitness permits. Huge shout out to Ryan Christie and Ben Gannon-Doak. Gannon-Doak did have an injury against Denmark and was taken off quite early to be replaced by Kenny McLean, who, as we all know, put the cherry on top of that beautiful piece of cake with that goal. I don't think Bournemouth have too much in terms of injury trouble, and a few of their much vaunted players are coming back. But West Ham are going to give them a little bit more. I think they become a little bit more solid, a little bit more compact, and they're not really shipping as many goals as they used to. I do think Bournemouth will win, but it's not going to be as emphatic as people think. I actually think the scoreline might flatter Bournemouth slightly, but Bournemouth will be good value for their win. And I think Mason nailed it when he said that West Ham could get a goal. Maybe Mason and I can agree on a 3-1 scoreline.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. West Ham will 100%, as you said, Manny. Nuno has really stopped them from leaking goals. And I'm guessing over this international break, he's been working on that and working. So I do expect West Ham to at least get a goal. I'm hoping they get a bit more as a goal because I know a lot of Hammers and they're great people of mine, great friends of mine. So I do hope they do get out of this crisis, to be honest with you.
100%. Chelsea fan says Bournemouth 2-0. Josh says Bournemouth 2, West Ham 1. Got to back them at home. Also said 2-0 for a Chelsea win against Burnley. Brighton against Brentford. Ooh, that would be a good game. That would be a really good game.
That'd be competitive.
It would be, yeah, 100%. I think Brentford have looked quite good this season. Like, although they've not been 100%, I still think that they're a team that can put up a decent fight against any team. So both quite similar in terms of form this season. I think actually they're on the same form this season.
Yeah, they're on the same amount of points, but obviously Brighton have got a +2 goal difference to Brentford 0.
Yeah. So
big game for both. Big
it is, and it'll
massive.
It'll see who moves up in the table. So let's just have a look at the predicted lineup. Danny Welbeck, who has been in tremendous form this season. A player that you definitely cannot even ignore. Belabor, Dunk. They have got some
Dunk
good players.
is so underrated. I can't lie. He's such an underrated defender. Like,
But they also have two key attackers out: Solly March and Matoma for Brighton, and then De Silva is out for Brentford. I'm gonna be bold here. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Brentford win. At home, I've got to back them. I think that they have been a solid side this season under Keith Andrews. I think Keith Andrews has done better than what anybody would have expected from him. So yeah, no, I've got to back Keith Andrews there and go for a 2-0 Brentford win. And I think also with Solly March out and Matoma, I don't see them having the balls fed through to Welbeck as much as they did, and Orest is here.
Where's Deji, man? Where's the fuck is Deji at?
He's not here, bro. He can't make it.
New trim?
Too busy crying before the North London derby, practicing his excuses, you know. He's got to get his excuses in early, bro.
Manny, I think we've lost you.
Yeah, I can't see money.
You've lost me.
Your
I
camera
see
has
it,
been
He's
off.
frozen.
Your camera's been frozen for a substantial amount of time now.
Yeah.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Nah.
No, he's still frozen, buddy.
Maybe try leaving and rejoining.
It's blank like the Spurs fans on Sunday, mate. They'll be blank, mate. Yeah.
Where are they? Hold on, I'll get to that. Forest man, chill.
Where are
Brighton, man, the Seagulls need to shit. Sorry, need to poo on the bees. They need to win. Brighton 3. The bees 0. That's my prediction.
Ooh, so you've got opposite me then. I see a Brentford 2-0 win.
I think the Seagulls will be pooing on.
You're back, Manny.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I don't know if Steve will be able to join us, but hopefully he might have something to say about this.
I know
this is going to be interesting, of course, because obviously, Brentford have really exceeded expectations, and they've scored some really good wins against some pretty quality opposition, it has to be said. And I would go so far to say that, they've shown that they are a very solid unit, but some of their performances away from home, and Steve can agree with me, have not really been as good as he would have hoped, although, their home form, obviously, going to the G-Tech is never going to be easy. Orest will, of course, know, having seen his Manchester United team lose over there. And we're not going to find it easy when we go over there to play them, believe you me. They've also beaten the likes of Aston Villa and Liverpool. The thing about this one, though, is that at the Amex, you can always count on Brighton to provide, a stern test for anyone, especially given that they're at home. And they do still have Danny Welbeck in pretty good form, so he's going to enjoy the challenge of coming up against that Brentford defence. And I'm actually about to sit on the fence over here. I think this is a game where I can't really predict that either team would win. A lot of you have gone for Brentford win, but Brentford's away form has not been the best, and Steve can testify to that. I'm going to go for a Desmond 2-2. I think there will be goals in this. With Brighton, you just know that there will be goals regardless of whoever plays. I think they have a more than decent enough squad. And with Brentford, of course, they have the smooth operator, Shade. And, 2-2. I'm sitting right on the fence here.
Orest?
I expect this to be a good game. Brentford they've been very good this season. I mean, because of the big teams, they beat us, which is not it's not hard. It's not easy. Sorry, it's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard. It ain't that hard. To beat United, and then they beat obviously Liverpool, Scousers. So yeah, man. Listen, I think Brentford's going to win this, and I reckon it's going to be 2-1 to Brentford. I think it'll be close. I think Brighton will give them a challenge because it's at Brighton. But yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Brentford.
Yeah, 100%. Move on to the next. Fulham v Sunderland. Mason, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, to be honest with you, we played Sunderland last week, a couple of weeks back now, but it still haunts the memory. They're a real good side, man. That was obviously at their grounds, and I expect Fulham to be up for it. But Fulham hasn't been that great this season, and it's worrying for Marco Silva. But to be honest, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka and the Black Cats. You know, I think they'll get something out of this, even if it's a point. But my prediction, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Sunderland. I think Fulham will get a goal, but I think Sunderland will score 2 more, or they'll be 2-0 up. I think it'll be a close game, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Orest?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Sunderland have been amazing this season. Xhaka boom, Xhaka laka. It's been great for Sunderland, man. So expect this to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a draw. I think Sunderland will try their best to win this game, but I think it'll be a draw. So I'm going to go with 2-2. 4 goals in this match, I believe. So yeah, 2-2 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think Sunderland have been very, very good this season. Always knew they was going to do well, and I think they'll continue to do well as well. I'm going to go with 2-1 to Sunderland. I think away from home as well. I think Fulham will still score. Fulham have still got goals in them. Of course, with Emil Smith-Rowe, Raul Jimenez, who can get a goal every now and then. So, yeah, no, I see Fulham scoring. I see Fulham getting a goal, but I think Sunderland have been way much stronger than them this season. So, yeah, 2-1 to Sunderland. Money?
Yeah, I'm probably going to agree because, you know, the thing about Sunderland is that they're one of those teams who, you know, have enjoyed this amazing start. But as with several teams over the years, we've seen that they start brilliantly, but then they start to fade away, sink. They drop a great deal. Around about December, January is when the rot sets in, and then they start sinking a little bit. But, you know, you can't really bet against the Sunderland team, but fought back brilliantly to earn that 2-2 draw. And as much as I am still seething at the way Arteta managed the game and how, you know, we ended up going a little bit too defensive when it wasn't required, you have to give credit to Sunderland. And Granit Xhaka pretty much showed that he was more than up for the fight against his old cronies. In fact, I think only about 4 of his old teammates were in the Arsenal team that night. And he will, of course, be coming up against a few more of his ex-teammates when he goes to Craven Cottage. And Fulham are in a little bit of a rut right now. There's a part of me that, you know, still is willing to applaud Marco Silva for the job he's done at Fulham. But what I will say right now is that this could be the season where he ends up, you know, struggling. And it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up getting sacked. So come December or January, Fulham will be in the market for a new manager. And I actually have a bet going on with our good friend Steve, who is in the chat right now, of who might end up succeeding Marco Silva should that poor fellow be given his P45. And,
Arteta.
you know, nah, I don't think it'll happen. And I'm pretty certain that none of Bernd Leno, Emil Smith-Rowe, or Alex Iwobi will want to be within touching distance. Believe you me. But, yeah, I'm going for a Sunderland win. I think it'll be just another desperate performance from Fulham, and the pressure will be on Marco Silva. And if the likes of West Ham and Forest do well, then Fulham will be under a load of pressure, believe you me. 2-1 to Sunderland.
100%. Is that everyone? Or
Yeah.
did you say this one?
So,
Okay. Ooh, Liverpool vs Nottingham Forest.
Go on, Sean Dyche. Go on, Sean Dyche.
Yeah, Liverpool haven't been the best this season. Not as what we would have expected them to have done. Isak has been poor. Florian Squirts has been very poor. But then Forest haven't exactly been on their high horse either. But I think under Sean Dyche, they've seen a massive, massive change in the way that they play. I think they've looked amazing under Dyche so far. I'm going to have to go. I mean, at Anfield, it's going to be tough for Forest. But they did beat Forest last. Forest did beat Liverpool last season at Anfield. Or was it a draw? I think they beat them.
It was a 1-0 win. It was a 1-0 win. I remember that was, for a time, that was the only defeat that Liverpool had suffered. And then once they won the Premiership, they started to leak games and points, but it didn't matter because, they were pretty much, they had it sewn up anyway. And that was in the good old days when Nuno was boss. And I wouldn't say that they've sort of gone back to the way they were playing under Nuno, although there are subtle differences between Dyche and Nuno. But Forest are still in relegation trouble. And, this is a game which I expect Liverpool to win because many of their internationals obviously have contrasting fortunes with regard to World Cup, qualification. I can't say I have too much sympathy for Dominic Szoboszlai and Milos Kerkez because I was gunning for Ireland and I'm glad they won. And then, of course, the Dutchman secured qualification very emphatically. I think a lot, and of course, you can't forget St. Ninian's finest, Andrew Robertson. I think the internationals in Liverpool's squad are going to feel as though now that the World Cup qualification process is over, for now at least, they're going to, relax and concentrate a lot more on club duties and making sure they do well and keep themselves in good form. And this Nottingham Forest team under Sean Dyche, I'm sorry, but they don't have a prayer against the Liverpool team that, aside from being swamped by, I know that they beat Aston Villa, but they ended up being swamped by Manchester City, and they haven't really been able to, get back into their stride. But I think they will, and Forest are just the right people to get back to winning ways against. So I'm confident enough to go for a 3-0. An unhappy return to Anfield for Neco Williams, despite, of course, his being a part of Wales's march into the playoffs.
See, I think 3-0 for me is a bit too much. I'm going to have to say Liverpool 2-1. I see Forest still scoring. I think Forest have still got a fight in them, despite being in relegation. But I still think under Dyche that they have goals in them. So yeah, I'm going to say 2-1. Forest?
I'm praying the Sean Dyche masterclass, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, Florian Squirts, mate. Yeah, fuck him, this guy, man. Like, if this was Paul Pogba, man, like, media would be speaking about it, but because he's a Liverpool player, the media's not catching up. They're not going to catch up, so because it's at Anfield, I expect Liverpool to win this. I think Dyche will set up his team to make it a bit hard, but I think Liverpool win this 3-1. And yeah, Liverpool get their win, but I just hope Forest do something. I just really hope. But I see Liverpool winning this thing 3-1. But yeah, if Forest can win or draw, fantastic. But let's see. But yeah, I'll stick to 3-1 Liverpool.
Isak goal? What do you think?
Nah, man, there's more chance of me scoring a goal, man.
But wait a minute, has Isak recovered from his injury? I don't know if he played for Sweden in midweek.
Let me double check.
Not sure. But we need Forest to turn up like MK, don't we?
I'm going for a 2-1 Forest win. I believe. I believe 2-1 Forest, man. Sean Dyche, masterclass. It's happening. I'm telling you. 2-1. Forest will win at Anfield.
I think Isak is. It is likely that he's not fit enough to start the game given his fitness level, so he might be on the bench.
Ooh.
Well, Liverpool have Ekitike.
Yeah.
Ekitike, bravo. I'm sorry, I had to do that. You want to clip this up, Forrest?
Yeah, that's definitely clipped. 25 minutes. Ooh.
Yeah, don't
Wait,
worry,
did
that's
we
flares,
go for
mate.
We did go for it. Wolves vs Crystal Palace.
Ooh. I mean, Rob Edwards is back, guys. I mean, for me, I feel for the Middlesbrough fans, man. Honestly, I feel their pain because he was doing well for them. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's stupid. For me, I think it's stupid. I think Manny agrees. Why would you leave Middlesbrough to join this Wolves project, man? Like, it's so stupid of him. But first manager bounce, will Wolves do something? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I think Wolves are so weak. Sorry, Jack, but I'll go with 1-0 Palace. But I just feel that frustration from Middlesbrough fans. I really do.
See, I think with Wolves, they had a bit of a stinker in the summer. They didn't get what they needed. They've sold players, not replaced them. So I'm gonna have to go for a 3-0 Crystal Palace win. Mason?
Yeah, I think Palace are always going to win this, lads. To be honest with you, I think Wolves are, as famous man once said, dead and gone, dead and gone. You know, because they're going to get relegated, man. It's going to be the first season where, in a long, long time, it feels like a long, long time anyway, that not 3 teams that get promoted go straight back down. It's going to happen. Wolves going down. I'm sorry, Wolves fans, but yeah, good luck in the Championship.
Manny?
3-1 to Crystal Palace. No discussion needed. I think Wolves will probably look to try and impress their new manager. They will score, but it's Crystal Palace. It's Oliver Glasner. Still one of the best performing teams in the Premiership, despite their league position. End of discussion. Rob Edwards, good luck, mate. And of course, speaking of Middlesbrough, news from BBC Sport is that they will be appointing the Swedish coach Kim Hellberg as their new manager, having coached his club Hammarby in the Swedish Allsvenskan, I think that's how you say it, to consecutive second place finishes in the top flight in his 2 seasons in charge. He had 1 more year left at his club, but I think Middlesbrough have spoken to him and approached him to try and get him to join them, and it would be the strangest of ironies if this guy could coach Middlesbrough to promotion while Edwards goes the other way. Oh yeah.
Just go through some of the comments. Mr. B says 2-1 to Sunderland. 3-1 Liverpool win against Forest. For some reason, I can't get it up, but Chelsea fan says Crystal Palace 2-0. And Mr. B also says Bet Orest is happy about Albania.
I mean, listen, I was born in London, so I'm happy for both England and Albania. So let's see. Albania need to win the playoff. England need to do well in the tournament stage, I guess. So listen, Tommy Tuchel's English boys, eh?
Choo-choo.
The only European team not to concede. And they're still boring. I prefer watching Scotland. Call me a turncoat.
So do I. I prefer watching Scotland. It entertains me.
Scott McTominay's goal was banger.
Oh yeah,
Entertains.
I can believe
Not
that.
as good as Kieran Tierney's.
I bet you guys miss Kieran Tierney.
I do.
Oh,
I do.
mate,
I had
yeah,
a soft
no,
spot
I mean,
for him. I do have a soft spot for Kieran Tierney.
I
man.
think with Kieran Tierney, I think that he wouldn't be an asset to the projects we've got going on now. I think that his days
Injuries
were.
killed him.
I think his days were outnumbered, just like they are Ben White's. So yeah, no, I wouldn't take him back. But as a player, he did do bits for us, and a lot of love is there.
I'll tell you what, though, if there's a new manager, I would have him back, but I don't think he wants to come back, so that's moot. But anyway, a tempting clash coming up, Newcastle against City. The Kevin Keegan derby, I think.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. City obviously have a point to prove. They want to win the league this season. They have been really, really strong. I think City have been quite a good side this season, especially because they are a one-man team in Erling Haaland. If Haaland's not there for City, then City aren't there. So I think this game dictates for Manchester City whether if Erling Haaland's going to be there or not. But I think away from home, I think Haaland's got a few goals in him, so I'm going to have to go for a 2-1 Manchester City win.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Man City. Newcastle have been poor this season. I mean, Eddie Howe apparently has been making a lot of excuses in his interview, so things are looking. Yeah, they're going to win this game 3-1 in my opinion.
Manny?
Yeah, I concur with Oris. 3-1. I think Newcastle have been quite, I wouldn't say substandard, but they've sort of slipped a little bit. And obviously, it's not easy maintaining. I mean, I keep saying it's not really easy trying to maintain, interest in Europe and also trying to maintain a good position in the Premiership. And maybe the more often and more frequently Newcastle do this, the better they'll get at it. Just take a look at Aston Villa under Unai Emery. And with Manchester City, you've got that big striker in red-hot form. But let's also talk about another chap answering to the name of Phil Foden. He's come back into the picture. He's also doing quite a few bits for England of late. And he is also another person who could have a role to play. And, the way Jeremy Doku marshalled everything against Liverpool, and that third goal, chef's kiss, I have to say. City is just going to be too strong. And let's not forget, even if City don't have Haaland, they always have a little silhouette of a man. Maramouche. He can do the fandango. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. All right, enough's enough. 3-1 to City. I concur with Norris.
For me, I think the only way back for Phil Foden, in order for him to get his career back to the best, I think he needs to leave Manchester City. He's not getting the game time. It's not practical for him to be there anymore. I think Pep, if he does end up leaving at the end of the season, which is more than likely, I think at the moment, there was a lot of talks about Pep leaving at the end of the season. So I personally, I think Foden needs to leave. He needs to get himself back on track. And the only way to do that is leave City.
I agree. Grealish has more or less done the same thing. I know he's only on loan at Everton, but his City days are as good as over, and Foden might need to do the same thing. But I'll tell you what, if there are still doubts about Anthony Gordon and Grealish continues to do well, I'd have Grealish on the squad, but then I'm not Tommy Tuchel, am I?
Yeah, Orest?
No, I think I already said 3-1 Man City for this game.
Yeah, you did. So it's MK's time.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, personally, I would love Newcastle United to win, more or less to help us out. But nah, City, man. City are looking good, and I can't lie, boys. Yeah, they're chasing us, and it's not good. I can't lie. But yeah, any hope in me saying that Newcastle may nick a point, but realistically, I think it's probably most likely going to be 3-1 City one.
Yeah, 100%. Mr. B says Doku scored for Belgium. I think it was 2 he got. 3-1 to City. Good. Chelsea fan also says 3-1 to Manchester City. Leeds United vs Aston Villa.
Another one of those classic clashes from the early 90s. Two founder members of the Premiership. Leeds somehow, obviously they looked a little bit pathetic when they lost to Nottingham Forest, and now they're up against an Aston Villa side that don't always travel very well. But I just think Villa are also another team that have got some players who are, starting to come into their own once again and showing some great confidence. And of course, you cannot estimate the impact that the return of their successful internationals, John McGinn and Daniel Marlin and others, will have on the team. Obviously, they're going to be without Tyrone Mings, who will be a long-term injury absentee once again, poor bloke. And although Pau Torres is a very classy, silky defender, he does have some bozo moments. Still some issues with Ollie Watkins. He still can't score very much, still can't hit a barn door, but Emery seems to have some confidence in him. And obviously the Harvey Elliott issue is going to be something that will continue to dominate headlines. I don't think Aston Villa are going to want to trigger the 10 appearance clause, but Liverpool also won't want to sign him back, so the poor bloke is now stuck in limbo. And unless he, finds a way out of it, he's pretty much sunk. But, Aston Villa in recent times have found a way to win very well. They demolished Bournemouth in an absolutely brilliant performance. And they just got a lot more going for them. Leeds United are going to be tough, but, I can't see beyond an Aston Villa win. It's going to be tough. It's going to be ugly. But I'm confident enough to predict a 2-1 win. Still no clean sheet for Emi Martinez, but I seldom predict a clean sheet because I know that their defence has one or two bozo moments in.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, Leeds have actually been better than I anticipated this season. But Aston Villa as well have been a good side for many years now. I think Watkins has been very poor this season, and of course he needs to start scoring again. I mean, if Unai has faith in him, then I suppose he should be showing that, and he should be showing it on the pitch. But they also got a lot of loanees in as well. Of course, you said Harvey Elliott. They got Jadon Sancho in as well. They've got a lot of depth that they can use. So I think if they use that depth to their advantage, drop the players which have been playing bad, but they've still got players like Buendia who can do damage. They've still got decent players that can do bits for them. So away from home, Leeds have been good, but I'm gonna have to go for a 1-1 draw here.
Ooh, interesting.
We all hate Leeds. We all hate Leeds. We all hate Leeds.
Mason?
To be honest with you, I quite like Leeds.
Yeah.
And I really want them to stay in the Premier League. Just to add a bit of flavour, with United versus Leeds. It's quite nice, Ellen Road, lovely place, Leeds. Better than Manchester,
And we can beat them easily.
Cheeky.
And
Mate,
yeah, it's
and you
late.
cheeky fuck.
But I do like Leeds, and I think they're a great club. And Aston Villa, I do like Villa as well, but I'm gonna have to go Leeds. They're desperate for the points. I'm just looking. They're 16th, 11 points. They need a victory, man. They need to try and get out of this relegation zone, because at the moment we're looking at two new sides to go down in the first time for bloody ages. So it would be lovely to see Leeds win today at the weekend. But I do think Villa will win, and I think it's going to be 2-1 Villa. But yeah, big up Leeds.
3-1 Villa. Manny's number one. Here's a fan club of this this one.
We all know that. We all know that. Not good.
Aston Villa 2-1. Roger on his way home there. Dirty Leeds. Orest?
Yeah, man, listen. Yeah, whatever Mason said about Leeds, right? I'm completely the opposite, yeah? Leeds is not a great place unless you're trying to go out in the nightlife, yeah.
That's what I mean. Great nightlife, bro. Every time we go there and beat them, great nightlife afterwards, you know. I have no
But,
issues.
Listen, I want Leeds to go down. I mean, Leeds is always 6 points against them anyway. Always get 6 points against
Even
them.
his
So, like,
connection.
there's no point of us playing Leeds again. So, but I think what I've seen is their managers in really trouble, you know, because I mean he's got 1 win in 10 games. So, Daniel Fark, mate, what's going on there? Daniel Fark. So listen, I think Villa will win this one. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa. Villa win this. And to be fair, I remember a few weeks ago when everyone was talking crap about Unai Emery, but you know what? He's picking up some form recently, isn't he, Manny? So Emery's doing a bit of picking up form, but look, I think Villa will win this and they will continue because, you know, Leeds is. They're not good, mate. Leeds are not good. I'm telling you, they're going to go back down. They're going back down again.
Yeah, 100%.
Can someone just clip this, please, for the end of the season when Leeds stay up, just in case? Just so we can just put this
They're not
back on,
staying
please.
I can guarantee you, if Leeds stay up, then I'll wear an
No, but
Arsenal
I've got
shirt.
a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
Man.
If
I've got a
Leeds
bit
stay
of
up, I'll wear an Arsenal shirt.
Is
and I'll
that
say,
what you'll do, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
No.
Daniel
Don't wear an
Farke.
Arsenal shirt. That's
more,
way
please?
too easy for you.
Daniel
That's way too
Farke.
easy. You should wear
Daniel Farke.
a Leeds shirt. If Leeds stay up, Oris wears a Leeds shirt.
All right. Cool.
Manchester United vs Everton.
If Leeds go, and if Leeds go down, mate, what's the forward for you, mate?
I'll wear a Leeds shirt.
Right, moving. Hey. We're saving the best till last, are we? Okay, Claire. All right.
100%.
All right, Claire.
This ain't the best, is it? Of course we're saving the best till last.
Listen, mate. David Moisey, mate. All right, I'll go first quickly. I mean, look, we should be winning against Everton. It's at home. First game after the international break. We need to, honestly speaking, like Banter, we need to start collecting some wins because that draw against Tottenham, it frustrated me because we were doing so well for the first half. And the second half, I don't know what happened, but we'll speak about Tottenham later on. But anyways, listen, this United Strand guy, yeah, they 310. He needs to get off my bloody For You page, man. Because honestly,
Yeah, I know. It's annoying me as well.
he's popping on my phone every day. You know, every day he's on my phone. So listen, we need to get those 5 games in a row so he can bloody go bold. Because I have looked at our fixtures. They are winnable.
You've got a winnable 5 fixtures.
Obviously, I don't know if you guys see the news, but Sesko is out for a month, which means hopefully we get to see Xerxes now get involved now. But I think we'll get the job done against Everton. It won't be easy. Will not be easy, but fucking hell, Everton. Pardon my language, but Everton they've been decent this season. But I expect a 2-0 win, clean sheet. Yes, clean sheet. That's not rare for us, but clean sheet, hopefully. You know, Monday night, please, Ruben Amorim. I'm just asking you, do not upset my Monday night. So I'm gonna go with 2-0 win. Goal scorers, I think Cunha's gonna score, and I think Mbeumo's gonna score as well. So yeah, 2-0 to the Reds, mate. Yeah, with Arsenal, mate, we're coming for you guys. Yeah, Arsenal, mate, we're coming. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh dear!
Oh no!
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh.
Manny knows he would swap Arteta for Amorim anyways. Ask Manny, would he swap Arteta for Amorim?
Manny, actually, would you?
Probably not. No,
neither would I.
I mean, Amorim has been at least marginally
I know
more
Mason
successful.
would. Mason, you would take Amorim.
No, man. Not now. Not now. No. Not now. Not
No,
after
because
the disaster.
What he does is he adapts his football that he had in Portugal and tries to adapt it into the Premier League, and it doesn't work, and then he refuses to change it, and then wonders why he's losing games because it doesn't work. He's tried a system which doesn't work, and he's continuously doing it. He's getting results against like struggling teams or something like that. It doesn't work for me. That's why I don't think Almiron is fit for the Manchester United job, and I think he should have been sacked. I don't think they're going to make any progression. They're not going to make any progression. They're not going to make any progression under him. They need to get rid of him. The only way forward for United is sacking Almiron. I've stuck by Almiron, even as an Arsenal fan. I have stuck by Almiron, and I've said to many United fans, you keep Almiron, trust the process, trust what he's going to do. Let him have his window. Let him have the transfer window to prove himself. But no, he's signed the right players, but tactically he's inept, and he hasn't been able to use them properly. So for me, I think United, they need to start bucking up, and I think the only way to do that is sacking Almiron. For this game, I'm going to say 2-0 to United. I think I can agree that United should get a result in this game. But then again, Everton have also been very, very solid this season. Of course, with Jack Grealish, or Chuck E. Cheese, as we call him. He has been, they have been very good under David Moyes. So it'll be a tough test for United, but United should get nothing but a win here. I think if it's not a win, then
if it's not a win, then I'm going to be absolutely.
Almiron needs to be sacked. I think they need to just put their foot down.
Listen, I think everyone knows that I'm a big fan of Almiron. Fucking fireworks near me. But yeah, Almiron needs to get some wins in before he gets sacked.
And also, I'm telling you, Patrick Dorgu, why is he still in your starting 11? Patrick Dorgu is shambles. How he gets into the 11, I do not understand. He hasn't been playing well, and then Almiron decides to keep him in. And I'm like, why is Patrick Dorgu still starting? Even against us, it frustrated me because I was like, why are they starting Patrick Dorgu? Manny, what do you think?
I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for United because I think you said it perfectly. Everton have been solid, but I just don't see them doing enough to get a win at Old Trafford. So it's not going to be a very happy return for David Moyes, although I think he's completely moved on from that period where he was boss at Old Trafford all too briefly. United actually are doing quite well right now, and I'm not too sure that I can necessarily agree with your decision to with your idea that United should sack Almiron just yet, because he's got them actually performing a lot better. And if you take a look at the table, I think if we just take a look at the table right now and find out what's going on here. Yeah, you take a look at the Premier League. They are actually on the rise, only behind Aston Villa on goal difference. And it's amazing how for the there's a huge block of teams on 18 points, Sunderland on 19, and then Chelsea on 20 in third, and then you've got the two leaders. It's just so congested at the top, and then all the way down to Brentford, who are in 12th, they're on 16 points, Everton at 15. So it's almost difficult to predict the results of certain games, but I just think United are a far cry from where they were last season. Last season, they were just, completely pathetic. They couldn't, buy a win, just like Spurs. And then to compound their humiliation, they lost to Spurs in the Europa League final. Bunch of, spineless people. And, you've got some legends criticising some of their players, including their captain, calling them a bunch of whiny babies or what have you. But I think they're turning a corner. And they should win against an Everton team that, Grealish aside, I don't know if they have that much in terms of firepower. And their issue of who will score the goals for them up front is still going to be a big problem. 2-1 to United. Easy peasy.
100% Mason.
Yeah, I think United have got this. As much as I'd love United to lose, I don't think that's going to happen this weekend, lads. But 2-1, I think Everton might score first, get a cheeky little Grealish goal, rub it in their faces, and then United will turn up the gears and get it. Like Maddie said, I think they are turning the corner. I think they're they're gonna do something, and they're not too bad. And yeah, they're definitely gonna win this.
100%. We got some comments. Have we done the North London? No, that's up next. United would be lucky to finish in the top 6. Would love it if we finish above them. Dorgu scored against Scotland. Yeah, but I still in the United setup, I don't think Dorgu is a good player, and I don't understand why he's still starting for him. We have a better manager than United. I can't disagree.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And then the big one, the big game. Mason, do you want to kickstart us?
First things first, we've got to get down to business. Arsenal get on. Listen, it's going to be tough. We all know this. It's going to be horrible, intense, 90 minutes of hell. I was speaking to my Spurs mate this morning, and he said that he's just as much dreading it as I am, basically. It's a down from both sides, really. But, we are at home. These lot have not beat us here for, I think it's now 15 plus. I can't even remember. In the Premier League, it's been flipping ages since they beat us in this league. So we need to, and I'm telling you now, we need to win this game. Not just for the title hopes, but mostly it is for the title hopes. One, for the pride of North London again. You know, North London's always going to be red, but let's just keep on giving it to them. You know, let's keep on punching these lot. Thomas Frank, I was more scared of Ange. I was more scared of Ange ball than I am of Thomas Frank ball. I think Brentford has got away with one, getting their new guy. And I think that Tottenham, they will sack him eventually. It's just about when. But like I said, it's going to be tough. Gabriel out injured makes it harder for us, of course. King of Brazil, you know, but we should still win. There is no excuses. I said it in our group chat yesterday, I think it was. There is no excuses not to win this North London derby. Like, we cannot lose this. Because, yes, City are going to come on us, you know. We know that City will get something at Newcastle, you know. So we have to reply to them. It's our time. We have to reply. And, yeah, we just have to win this, man. It's the North London pride, but it's more than that. It's our title hopes as well. I know I'm saying this in November, but it is what it is now, you know. We have to get these points on the board. We have to get the 3 points on Sunday, man. That's it.
Yeah, I think for me, I can agree. We've got quite a fair few injuries now, with Gabriel out for at least a month or two. Ricardo Calafiori is not fully fit, so he could not start. We could have Miles Lewis-Skelly starting. Also without Victor Gyökeres as well, who is out injured. So we could have Mikel Mourinho up top, who can be reliable sometimes, can be unreliable. We never know with Mikel Mourinho, but
football coin, isn't it? 50-50
of course.
each time.
Yeah, you never know really with him. I'm really 50-50 with starting a midfielder as a striker. I think it worked last season, yeah, but I think this season Mourinho hasn't been up to it, and I think in the last few games that showed. But I do have to say though, we have a fair few injuries, so it's going to be a really, really tough challenge. Without the key players that we are missing, I think it's going to be really tough. So I think as long as we don't drop back and go too defensive, I think that we need to score a few goals first and then go defensive. I don't want to see a defensive midfield starting. I want to see Eberechi Eze starting. Of course, Martin Odegaard's still out injured as well. So we should be going for an attacking lineup in this game, I'm hoping. If Gabriel Martinelli isn't fully fit yet, Trossard starting really hurts me, but I'd have to say Trossard has to start. But yeah, no, I think from a Tottenham perspective, I think they are also going to struggle. I think that they haven't been what we expected them to be under Frank. Xavi Simons, one of their biggest signings, of course, Kudus as well. They haven't lived up to the expectation that they were destined for. So I'm going to have to go for a 2-0 Arsenal win. At home, it should be winnable. It should be a game that we're winning. Manny?
Yeah, I probably agree. I mean, it could very well be that our makeshift defence might, struggle a little bit because it's bad enough that we've got Gabriel out, but I believe Muriel Timber also had a little bit of injury scare while playing for the Netherlands. So it will remain to be seen whether he's available. So it could very well be that, Saliba might end up being the only regular defender who ends up playing. I mean, we've got Mosquera, so
Mosquera and Pierre Hincapié as well. So
yeah,
Hincapié could,
and
he's Ecuador captain, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really good player. Really good.
He's pretty good, and the nice thing about him is that he can also double up as a left back just in case Calafiori, can't make it. I think we can all agree that if we never see Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back ever again, it will be too soon. Because quite simply, apart from a few games where he's performed the Zinchenko role of sort of, inverting, coming in to pack the midfield, which has worked against some teams, his defensive limitations have once again been shown up again. And the segues back to what you were saying about Kieran Tierney and how he wasn't suited to the project that we were undergoing. Although I remember countering that by saying if we get a more competent manager, we'll abandon this inverted nonsense, but I don't think Kit Paisley will be coming back anyway. So the defense...
It's worked with Calafiori, though, I think.
I think the defense is...
Calafiori.
Well, you got to remember Miles is a midfielder as well.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want... that's what...
Kelly.
Exactly, and I don't want to see the Zinchenko mistake being made again, because at points during our two those seasons where we could have won, I think his defensive, frailty, his incompetence has cost us, and now he's playing for a Forest team that are deep in relegation trouble. Go figure.
He's injured as well.
Yeah, poor chap. But with regards to the midfield, I mean, obviously Rice will be fit, so that's not too much of a worry. We should still start Eza. I'm with you, though, that we probably shouldn't have Marino being the more defensive midfielder. I'd like to see someone else come in. I wouldn't be opposed to having Marino as a false nine.
No, it's not for me. Not for me.
I just can't believe we're sitting here now in November going, what are we going to do about our striker position? Like,
it's unbelievable,
it's just the same old stuff, you know what I mean, boys? It is the same old stuff. We're always left short somewhere because of these injuries.
We've signed all this depth.
It always
all
comes.
This depth, and we're still having the same conversation. It's unbelievable.
Marino is not a striker. Like everyone,
he's not a striker. I completely agree, and I'm not one person who would support this. But you also cannot deny that he has a knack of scoring goals. He is a deceptively good finisher.
He does, and I do rate him for that. But like, if we're sitting here in November, and yet again, it's like we don't have a striker available. Gyökeres injured, Jesus,
especially in the system.
Again.
Especially in the system with Trossard as well. If we're not starting Gabriel Martinelli, it's going to be a game where we're getting shots off, but we're not putting them away.
It's just gutting. It's gutting again. It's just going to be. It's going to be shots. But I don't know how many goals we're going to get. I'm going to say that we will.
What needs to happen this January is we sell Gabriel Jesus. Jesus has to leave.
Yeah, he has to. Well, he's got to go.
We need to consider maybe selling. I'd even consider selling Martinelli, to be honest. We need to sign Semenyo. Semenyo has to come in. Semenyo can actually play as a striker. That's the thing that people don't understand. Semenyo actually can play striker. It is his second position.
The problem is with Semenyo, and I'm sorry for cutting in, the problem with Semenyo is, would you be prepared to pay the huge release clause that Bournemouth will undoubtedly demand?
How much is it?
65 million. I'd pay it. Honestly, pay it. Because then we've got Saka cover and we've also got striker cover. I think it's a no-brainer. He's Premier League proven as well. It's a no-brainer.
I know Noni Madueke is not going to be in.
He's not clinical enough. Madueke isn't clinical enough.
No, I think he needs to come back and settle in. I think January is going to be big. If we're serious about this title race, then we have to go big. I can't lie.
Semenyo is the missing piece.
I blamed Edu for all of our transfer activities and that. and Mikel, but mostly Edu. And since my man's came in, this guy Bert has been absolutely fantastic. And to be honest with you, as long as he gets the weapons that he needs to do it, then I reckon we'll sign people in Jan. I'm hoping anyway. I hope it's not another
Definitely
January.
need to, and we need to sell as well. Selling
Like,
is
we
really
need to
important.
sell and we need to buy. Like, we do need to do this. We need to
One
get
area also has to be loaned out.
Yeah. 1 year he needs game time. So does Skelly. I'd say Skelly needs
I
to
need
go
to
and
see
take
one
the
area
field.
getting loaned out. No, I think Skelly's in a fine position where he is. I think that one area definitely needs loaning out because he's visibly getting frustrated, and I can kind of understand where he's coming from because he's a fantastic player. He's got huge potential, but sitting on the bench, game in, game out, where I think we could be like 4-0 up in a game, and Arteta would still refuse to bring him on.
Yeah,
I think it's
Max.
even with Madueke injured as well.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to take that, Eddie. To be honest, I love Eddie, but I do think he needs to go somewhere, even to a championship side, just to play a bit of football, or low relegation side, just to get that confidence back, because you can see that he's lacking it. Like, you can see it, and yeah, I just hope that he'll get through it. But he's young, like I say. We brought him not way too early, but we have brought him in quite early, and now this is the price he's going to pay because he wants game time, and we're not giving it to him.
And he's not going to get any better if he keeps sitting on the bench the way he is.
No, exactly. He needs
because
to go.
Arteta's so reluctant to play youngsters. It actually drives me insane.
Yeah, maybe he needs to go to like another London club, like a lower league, like Crystal Palace, maybe a Fulham on loan, like Nelson.
Brentford, I'd be quite happy if he went to.
Brentford as well. Like, there's other clubs that we could get him to. I don't know what Mr. B's thoughts on Brentford loan.
I think it's fair to say that they're already stuck with Reece Nelson, so he's not too keen on getting another Arsenal youngster joining them. And the thing is, forget about Arsenal for a minute. We also have to speak about Spurs, and I think both of you have sort of hit the nail on the head when you said that Spurs, after a really promising beginning, have just not been able to hit the heights. I mean, I know they beat Manchester City at the Etihad, but then that just confirms that they're still a bogey team of City. And since then, their home record has been quite abysmal, losing to Bournemouth, losing to Aston Villa. They should have lost to bottom of the table Wolves only for Palhinha to score that late equaliser and embarrassingly celebrate. And I'll tell you what, the thing is now, people are starting to see Thomas Frank for what he is. I always said that if you're a big club and you hire someone like Thomas Frank, basically what you're getting is just another Graham Potter. He does a brilliant job with these smaller teams which will listen to what he has to say and incorporate what he has to say. But I just don't know if he's really cut out for managing really big teams. And a large number of Spurs fans who were very giddy about getting Thomas Frank. Oh, yes, we got a proper manager. To heck with that, useless git who couldn't manage his way out of a brown paper bag. I don't care if he won us a trophy. We got a proper manager. We're on the up. And now, buyer's remorse in excelsis. As far as the Spurs team is concerned, look, ever since they let Heung-min Son leave, they still struggled up front. They also don't really have a striker they can trust. Richarlison, sorry, not for me.
Colin Moani's been injured.
Yeah, pity for that poor bloke. And then with regard to the midfield, do you think that someone like Yves Bissouma would be someone who'd lend a great deal to that midfield? And obviously, Bissouma had some, personal disciplinary issues, but he was a baller under Postecoglou. Postecoglou knew how to get the best out of him, obviously. But now under Frank, it's sort of like the Arteta-Aubameyang situation again. I think Bissouma's days at Spurs are done, which more's the pity because he'd lend more to this team right now. And although Jed Spence has had a meteoric rise, he's still, sort of not being able to really establish himself with, Destiny Udogie still more or less preferred. And even now, you have a situation where Van der Ven sometimes slots in at left back as well. We should be good enough to beat this Spurs team. My only worry is that it's not going to be as, cracking a game as I would anticipate. I'm actually going for more of a 2-1 win because I do think that we will somehow concede a goal. We should we should have enough to beat them. And if we don't beat them, then if we aren't able to secure a win against this lot, then I think that just sums us up really as a team. And this could be where the questions start getting asked again.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's going to be questions of Mikel if we don't win this. I can't lie. There's going to be questions of everything. Why didn't we bring in another cover striker? Why didn't we work out like another defence cover? Like, there's going to be all sorts of things going off. But like I said, there's no excuses not to go out and beat these lot. It's going to be tight. We know this. It's a North London derby. It's going to be a 2-1 Arsenal win. But I just want these man to be silenced until we play them at their place. You know, I just want the peace and quiet again.
100%. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
We've got some comments as well. Arsenal women 1-0 with Real Madrid.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on that. Don't worry, I'm watching it.
Frank's still the top manager. Don't want any more Arsenal rejects.
Hey, listen, Edwin. Hey, Ethan Wanyeri is not an Arsenal reject. Thank you.
Have heard Spurs might go for Tony in January. Semenyo is quality. Arsenal should have got him instead of Madueke. Yeah, I think if we get Semenyo in, I think missing piece for me. I think we get him in. I think it'll be a huge deal. With Gabriel and one or two others out, will be a test going 1-0.
You was a Tottenham fan.
Super
Oh, Mike Oliver.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I want to speak on this.
Can I? Let me speak first. Because I know you guys are angry. Listen, look, I've had to witness this. I can't use the words I want to say here, but this referee, right, when he's refereed my games against Liverpool or wherever big teams, this guy, man. Honestly, guys, you're gonna hate the guy on Sunday, but his decision making is awful, right? And then, look, it's nothing personal, but this guy should not be reffing in the Premier League. Like the fact that he has not been like relegated to the Championship, like what Premier League do with the other referees, is mind blowing. People are forgetting, Manchester City have paid this guy to go ref in the Saudi League games, yeah, right? Oh, I don't know where Flair went. Did he have to go? Oh yeah, to go. That's fine. But the fact that Man City had paid him, there's something dodgy with this guy. But Mason, the floor is yours about Mike Oliver.
Right, first thing first, Michael Oliver, you corrupt piece of poo, because I don't want this stream to get demonetized. But listen, Michael Oliver, yeah, I swear down, if any little thing, I'm telling you, Oris, man, I'm telling you, something's going to happen. Something will happen. If it's a penalty they get, if it's a penalty we don't get, that's clear. If it's a blooming handball, something is going to happen to try and make us lose points in this game. And you know, listen, I understand City paid him and that, yeah, and that on its own, he should never referee a game involving City ever again, or anything to do with this league. Realistically, he should stay wherever City paid him. Go back to there, go back to Saudi and be a referee over there, where it doesn't affect the Premier League, And I will say this now, Michael Oliver, you better hide if something goes. This ain't a threat, by the way. No threats. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. All right, listen, this ain't no threats. All right, I promise, no threats, no, nothing. But Michael Oliver, you best get out of there in a blacked out window car and all that, because trust me, the fans won't be happy. I'm not saying I'm doing nothing, but honestly, you need to be careful what you do on Sunday.
Isn't there a stat where he sent off? Isn't there that way he sent off so many Arsenal players as well? I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're obviously rival fans, apart from myself, actually, don't really like talking about it. But the referees,
this is the same referee that
the referees, man, just take the mickey. They literally have a laugh from VAR about us.
Wasn't this the same referee that didn't award the penalty to think it was to
Yeah.
Liverpool, you know, with the studs, you know what the
Yeah,
studs
the
are.
one with the studs. I think he also done us over, done United. He's done everyone over, this guy. Apart
Yeah,
from
man. Yeah.
surprisingly, apart from City, you know, when it's City, he's like, yeah, penalty, you know. It's just the way it goes, man.
Manny, any words for you about Michael Oliver, or you're gonna be neutral?
Not exactly neutral. I'm sort of going to be diplomatic and say, you know, I really don't want to comment on this guy. I mean, there's a reason why he's not very highly, rated, and you just know that in his games there's always going to be an Oliver twist, and it will not leave us saying, "Please, sir, can we have some more?" No chance. Hopefully, it'll be he'll do it justice. Hopefully, he's not going to make it all about himself, as a lot of these referees tend to do. And let's just hope that things will turn out okay. I'm just looking forward to the game, to be brutally honest with you. I can't be bothered about controversies regarding referees. We just need to win. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, definitely. I know I joined in a bit late, but my prediction for this game, look, obviously Gabriel's out. What's happening with Saliba? Is he also out as well?
I don't know, mate. Arsenal like to keep
Saliba should be fine. I mean, obviously, I think he was playing for France quite recently, and yeah, he should be fine. It's the other defenders that have got problems. It's the other defenders that might have.
Again, this ain't no threat towards Spurs players or anything, but I heard a little lasagna is coming your way. Again, that's not me. That's not
but
me.
I think the back four
Mike
will
Oliver,
probably be...
I think there might be something for you. I think I might have cooked you.
I think Arsenal's back four will be interesting, but I personally think Arteta will go with Timber. No, wait. Timber should be fit, right? Because he came off with Netherlands.
Yeah,
I think,
Timber. Again, these mind games for North London.
I don't know, but I think if Timber's fit, he starts, and then
he should.
I think the two centre backs will be Hincapi and Saliba, and then the left back will probably be Calafiori then. So yeah, Hincapi will come in, or
he's a doubt as well. I think Calafiori. I think he's a doubt.
Oh bloody hell!
We've got loads of doubts, mate.
But because it's of Emirates, I think Arsenal win this. But because it's Michael Oliver and he loves to give red card, I can see a draw happening. But I don't know. I think Arsenal win this. They've got a good record at the Emirates whenever they played against Spurs. So, what was the last time Tottenham beat Arsenal at Emirates was? I think it was 2011. I think so. Something crazy.
In the Premier League. We had that one with Dyer in the League Cup. You know, when he started going out to the home fans and all that. I remember that one.
I expect Arsenal to win this, and I expect Deji to be crying as well after the game. So.
We have to win, man. We have to just to see Deji's tears yet again.
Deji's tears, mate. Deji's tears.
I think the only time he's actually got one over on us, well, since I've been on this team, I think it's only the 3-0 defeat at White Hart Lane. I think that's the only time.
Yeah.
He's had time, so.
But
keep it going.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, I'll be wearing all black in Tottenham's funeral honour. You get me?
Michael Oliver is a total bozo, but he will piss Fortes off, so to speak. Yep. Arsenal women 1-1 with Real Madrid women now. Fair enough.
2-1 now. We just scored. Come on, the girls.
Nice one. Thomas Frank is still top manager. Yeah, Thomas Frank is, I rate Thomas Frank. Any comments that I've missed? I think Flair's read them out, but I've missed a lot of comments. Super Tommy Frank, due another win over Arsenal. Let's see, mate. Let's see. Let's not see. No. Don't ruin my weekend before it's even bloody started. Like, honestly, I could have the sickest night on Friday, the sickest day on Saturday, and then it comes into Sunday, and all of it is either gone, ruined. Like, everything relies on that game. Like, my mood, everything. Michael Oliver, you better not annoy me, lad. You better not annoy me.
Here.
Like I said, lasagna's coming soon. Tottenham, watch out.
Lasagna, mate.
Oliver.
Lasagna.
Got something for you as well. I call it a little salad for you, Oliver. The toilet will be calling your name.
But yeah,
Certainly,
listen.
whoever loses will have to chow down on some humble pie.
Yeah.
Listen, let's wrap up because I think we discussed with the games and Flair's done a brilliant job. I think there's some games where I didn't get my score predictions, which was I think Wolves Palace. I think I said 1-0 Palace, Liverpool, Liverpool win. Okay, yeah, I've already done that. Cool. Okay, then. I think that's it, man. Been a great stream. Appreciate Flair for hosting and Mason and Manny for joining us. That's a good one. Let's get people to shut the socials. So, Manny, sign up with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, well, for starters, big up to you, Oris. Big up to, obviously, and Flair for hosting, and Mason also for joining in. And big up to everyone in the chat who came in and offered your predictions, including Mr. B, who was, gracious enough to join us in the chat. And, you can find me here on Oris Talks Football. You can also find me on quite a few other channels on YouTube where I hope to be back soon. As I mentioned, I am quite active on Spurs Eurasian TV with my friend Eugene, based in Malaysia. We might possibly be doing a preview for the NLD, and that may be scheduled for this coming Friday, maybe. So if I'm on, I will invite all of you to watch that stream. Do like and subscribe to the channel. And on social media, do catch me on Instagram and Threads at MannyFangatherI1981, which is my full name and my year of birth. And if you want to catch me on Twitter, not X, Twitter, it's FangatherI1981. And nothing much more to say, except once again, congratulations to all of the British and Irish teams, national teams, of course, for securing qualification and or playoff places for the World Cup. And I also echo what MK said at the beginning. Prayers are still out for the people of Jamaica trying to recover from Hurricane Melissa. And hopefully the Reggae Boys will also provide some joy by winning their playoff and qualifying for the World Cup themselves. And also a huge shout out to everyone who is affected by conflict around the world today. Hopefully things will get better for each and every one of you. Nothing much else to say except, the weekend's coming up. It's going to be a load of fun, especially if you don't like international football, unlike me. But until then, as always, take care of yourself, be safe and be happy. Do unto others, you love others, do unto you. And don't do anything that the panel and I wouldn't do. Until then, as always, it's farewell, goodbye, God bless, adieu, amen. We'll see you all soon. Cheers.
Big up. 1 second, big up Manny. Mason, where can we find you?
Obviously you can find me on here as always. Big up Flair and Oris. Big up Flair for hosting, Oris as always for having me on. You can find me on MKTheDon14 on Instagram and Twitch. Link in the description on Instagram. I should be doing some Twitch, but I haven't had time at the moment, but I will do it, I promise. Most importantly, F you, Michael Oliver. F you, Spurs fans. And see you later. Also, I'll be on Deji's channel tomorrow, hopefully. So this one's gonna get lively. That one.
I am gonna be there.
Lock in for that.
But yeah, man. Listen, big up to everyone. Big up the comments. Really appreciate you guys. Everyone in the chat, big up you guys. You guys make what the channel is. So big up any new people that haven't subscribed. Give us a subscription. It doesn't cost you anything. And do follow us on socials on X or listen. I hate Twitter.
I don't even have it. I don't even have it downloaded because man, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not getting fooled by this Elon Musk guy. But yeah, it's Twitter or it's Footy. But it does get active sometimes. But Instagram is mainly where we are promoting our posts. So yeah, Oris Football on Instagram. And yeah, we hope to see you guys again soon. Obviously, the next stream will probably be the review. So someone will be crying. Either Spurs fans. If it's a draw,
I bet Spurs fans show up. If they win, even a draw, I bet they show up. Shame on you lot. If I come here for the review and we lose, I will be here, right? As long as I can make the day, let me get that in, right? But I'm telling you now, if Spurs fans show up, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, It's been a good one. Obviously, guys, this is our first stream since after the international break. That's why we've been a bit quiet. Obviously, national break has been. I mean, it's been entertaining if you're Scottish, Irish, English. So yeah, big up to Scotland, big up to Ireland, and let's see what happens in the World Cup, man. 2026 should be interesting.
Late nights.
Obviously, those that Jamaica, obviously, I think they made it through the playoffs. So yeah, they didn't qualify straight to the knockouts. But Steve McLaren did step down as the head coach. So I think Jamaica are in the process of looking for another new head coach. But yeah, like Mason at the beginning, my thoughts, prayers to those in Jamaica. This absolute heartbreak and devastating hurricane. But yeah, stay strong, you know, and those lives that I've lost, and I feel for you. But stay strong. Things like this does happen, unfortunately. So other countries have these type of scenarios, but Jamaica, stay strong. We are here for you guys. So troops, hopefully your members are fine, because I know he's got some close people with him. So yeah. But listen, we're gonna be out this weekend. Let's see what nonsense happens. could be happening. Could be me. Obviously crying obviously if we drop points to Everton, but let's see what happens with the NLD. Sorry, North London Derby, NLD. Let's see what happens with that. Could Deji be crying? Who knows? But for now, we are out. Peace.